Hi, so today I'm going to show you how to make a neuron out of chenille stems. So our finished product will look like this. So to start, we're going to pick, you need basically a package of chenille stems and some scissors, and that's it. So we're going to take, to start, we're going to take a longer one, and we're just going to basically cut it in half. And you can choose any color you want to. So we're going to take the shorter one and we're going to make it into a circle. And so as we make it into the circle, we're going to talk about the different parts of the neuron. So this circle here that we have would be considered the cell body of the neuron. And this is the part that is responsible for all the energy, for making sure the cell stays alive, or the mitochondria, the things that help the neuron to stay alive, kind of like the cell body is the lifeline of the neuron with all of the organelles that it needs to function. All right, so then we're going to take our next piece, a longer piece, and with this, we're going to connect it through the circle, like so, and come all the way down and kind of bend it in half, like so. So now it kind of looks like a V, and you're going to go ahead and twist it together all the way down. And then at the end, you want to leave a little bit of a V at the end, so it looks like that, right? And this now becomes the axon of the neuron. And the axon of the neuron is responsible for sending out the messages that it receives to the very next neuron. So this sends information out to the very next neuron. And so then the next thing you will want to do is we're going to make the dendrites. And so you can take a couple different pieces and cut them in half. So I'm going to take about 2 of them, fold them in half, and then cut them in half, like so. And then on the other side of the circle, so we have the cell body and the axon, and now I'm going to add the dendrites just by kind of, again, folding them in half, and then I'm just going to twist it once to keep it on there, kind of like so. And you can put as many on as you want. You know, on a neuron, some neurons have 1 or 2 dendrites, but most of the time neurons have several dendrites. And the function of that dendrite is to receive information. So it's receiving information from other neurons. So once you have that together and you twist it, now you have your dendrites that are all like little fingers at the top of the cell body, wanting to receive other information from other neurons. And then finally, we're going to take another chenille stem, again, fold it in half, cut it in half again, and we're going to make something called the myelin sheath. And you're going to take this and just basically wrap it around the axon. Just wrap it around that axon. And that becomes the myelin sheath. And the myelin sheath is very important because it helps the signal to go fast, to send it out very, very fast. And the signal kind of jumps from like what we call node to node, which is the purple area. So the signal jumps over that because of the myelin sheath that insulates it. And it makes it, the signal move much faster down the axon. And so what you end up having then is a group of neurons. So now I have 2 of them, right? And so the axon is going to connect and make a synapse at the synaptic terminal here at at the end where this V is with the dendrite on a neighboring neuron, and that's going to send out a signal to that next neuron. And so if you had even more neurons within your group, they would all connect similarly. You might have one connect here, you might have one connect over here, and then this one would connect again to the next neuron. So that's your basic anatomy of a neuron and the function of each of the parts.